Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about the next lesson for the first quarter in Cookery 10, which is all about egg dishes. Are you ready to learn? I hope that you are, because this is an interesting topic that you can apply in your daily life. So, let us start. For our objectives, first, identify the market form of eggs. Second, explain the uses of eggs in culinary. And lastly, cook egg dishes. Let's get started and learn about egg dishes. First, of the marketable forms of eggs is very common to us, and that is the fresh eggs. Fresh eggs are used in common and complex recipes. Fresh eggs do not undergo any further process and are sold in the market. Eggs vary depending on the type of environment it is laid, the food given, and the vitamins taken by the hen. Fresh eggs sold in the market are either brown eggs and white eggs. Eggs in the market comes from farms that delivers fresh eggs 2 to 3 days after it has been laid. Some eggs usually sit in the shelves of wet markets for a week or more. Then we have the frozen eggs. This marketable form of egg is not common here in the Philippines, but we should still learn this as we may encounter this in the future. Frozen eggs are unshelled, beaten, and stored in plastic containers. These frozen eggs can last for 6 to 12 months as long as it is kept frozen. Shelled eggs are not usually frozen, as shell might contain salmonella. Freezing eggs with shell must be cleaned thoroughly to prevent contaminating the egg with the salmonella during the freezing. Frozen eggs can be used for boiled eggs or fried egg tempura. With proper thawing, frozen eggs can be used in any normal egg dish. Dried eggs. These eggs undergo the process of dehydration or removing water content to safe levels for storage. Dried or dehydrated eggs are processed using a dehydrator to remove moisture. Dried eggs are then crushed to powdered form with salt added to preserve for a longer shelf life. Dried eggs in powder form are used in baking and can be rehydrated by adding water to prepare egg dishes. Just like the frozen eggs, powdered egg is uncommon in the Philippine market. So as mentioned, when buying fresh eggs, we have to check for its quality. Now let us find out what are the characteristics of these quality eggs. All eggs sold and bought must meet strict standards. As much as possible, only those with high quality must reach the consumer. One can check for high quality and freshness by noting the egg's appearance. Now, let us do more of this. The following can be used to note the egg's appearance. It should be clean, uniform in size, and sound shelled. It should be plain, free from stain, odor, or feces. Its shell should be rough, chalky, and unbroken. A common practice, the egg should sink in water. It should have firm, round, and well-centered yolk. It should have light and thick white part. And lastly, it has a small air cell, less than 5 millimeters deep. When all of these are checked under the quality control of the poultry or the supplier of eggs, then surely your eggs is of good and high quality and freshness. Now, remember, as much as possible, do not buy dirty and cracked eggs, for we do not know how long it has been cracked and might have been contaminated with salmonella and other pathogens that could greatly affect our health when consumed. Use of eggs in culinary. Now, in order for us to make use wisely of eggs, you should note the following. Egg can serve as a binder. We all know that the good and high content of protein in eggs can be used to properly bind, hold, or combine ingredients together. As an example, we have the rellenong bangus. It can also be used in embutido and even in baking in chiffon cake. Egg as coating. Egg, when mixed with milk, can make an egg wash. This egg wash then gives a bronzed and glossy sheen when baked in our goods such as pies, buns, croissants, and empanadas. Egg as an enricher. Cooking with eggs will give an additional nutritional value to the dishes. Most Filipino dishes has eggs, may it be quail, duck, or chicken hen eggs. Some examples of egg as an enricher can be in the form of arroz caldo with eggs, and the fish sarciado. Truly, the flavor of the dish will come out better with this enricher. Egg as an emulsifier. Another property of eggs which is very unique is its ability to hold on to water and oil at the same time. This is not usual to any other ingredient, as oil and water cannot mix. When it does, it becomes an emulsion, which an example would be the mayonnaise. Eggs as garnish. Adding eggs to dishes gives color and appeal. Some examples would be rice toppings with the scrambled eggs in our chow fan, or sliced eggs on salads. Egg as thickener. Adding beaten eggs to soup and stirring it constantly would form a very good flavor. It will activate the qualitative property of the egg to achieve a thick consistency. And lastly, in culinary, we use eggs as a leavening agent. So we have learned in baking that a leavening agent creates double volume of the product. It also improves the texture, the mouthfeel of the product, the incorporation of the air in the eggs doubles the volume or the size of the baked product, and also the protein content solidifies and holds the shape of the baked product or baked good. So how are you doing so far? There are a lot of things that we still need to discuss about the eggs. And part of that is the different ingredients for egg dishes. We can use salt to add flavor to the bland taste of the eggs. Sugar as a sweetener used in flans, merengue, and some other baked recipes. Oil. Various oil products are used in frying, cooking eggs, such as butter, olive oil, sesame oil, and oil adds moisture, flavor, and richness to the egg dish. We also have herbs and spices. As an example, we have sage, basil, thyme, chives, and pepper. All of this gives the egg dish a more fragrant, more tangy taste. Meat. Incorporating meat such as bacon, sausage, ground meat, and any other kind or form of meat would definitely help spice the egg dish. And for other ingredients, adding bread and milk for the French toast is one. Rice for some fried rice or the chow fan. And you can also use other things to incorporate flavors to your egg dish. Just make sure the nutritive value is still there, as we all want to achieve a healthy diet. Now we will move forward to the famous egg dishes, and I hope that you will find inspiration into creating your own recipe or replicating these recipes or dishes for your own family. So let's discover them. We have the basted egg. Basically, spooning some fat or oil to the pan or frying pan, and then just placing your egg there to cook for a while. Not really making it crunchy on the sides, just like the sunny side up egg. The basted egg just needs to solidify, and then you can flip it over to make sure that the yolk is also cooked. Basted egg has no country of origin, by the way, since it is common to most countries. Then we have very unique egg dish coming from China. You have the century egg. The century egg is actually an appetizer. It's an additive to other dishes in China. This is produced by having a clay mixture to the egg, and then this will stay for weeks and even months and create this wonderful taste and texture and color of the century egg. Now we move forward to the deviled eggs. Deviled eggs are actually boiled eggs, cut in half, and then we just need to scoop out or to remove the yolk. The yolk is then processed, is crushed, mashed together with different spices, and even some mayonnaise and oil, and it's then later on piped back to the egg white. The country of origin for the deviled egg is Poland. We have eggs Benedict, a common breakfast item for those people in the USA. Eggs Benedict are actually some baked muffin with meat topped with the egg that is poached and then covered with delectable and delicious hollandaise sauce. Now we move forward to a crowd favorite, the omelette, coming from France. This is actually beaten egg. You place the egg on your pan, then just put some toppings such as meat, cheese, and even vegetables and spices, and then just flip it over and form a pocket. You have then now the egg drop soup. Country of origin would be in China. The egg drop soup is actually just some chicken broth, and then together with some vegetables and the egg placed on this broth, heating it up and then stirring it constantly to form this just wonderful flakes or strands of the egg. Now you have your poached eggs. Country of origin is, well, it's common to most countries. Poached egg is actually egg cooked in simmering water. Once it is formed and solidifies, then you scoop it out from the simmering water and you have your poached egg. It can be seasoned by salt and pepper or any other spices for that matter to suit your taste. Raffanata. Country of origin is Italy. Raffanata is actually horseradish and cheese mixed together on your egg to form. Of course, with spices, it will be more tangy. Salted duck egg. You might think that this comes from the Philippines, but actually, well, it's from China as well. Salted duck egg is actually a preserved form of egg or boiled duck egg together with a brine or a salt water solution, which will take up to weeks and even up to months, and then will just likely to infuse the saltiness from the brine. Scotch egg. Scotch egg, country of origin would be United Kingdom. These are basically boiled eggs with some breadcrumbs to cover it and then fried. Of course, the breadcrumbs will not be as good if it not for the different flavors mixed together with it, such as different spices. It can be served with a fitting dip. Then you have your scrambled eggs. Scrambled egg has been stirred constantly together with some, and its creamy texture is something that is worth tasting. Sunny side up egg. If you would just observe the crunch coming from its edges, truly will brighten up your day. Tok neneng and balut, both coming from the Philippines. Tok neneng is actually boiled chicken egg, which is then coated with this orange batter and is deep fried, served with the common vinegar or the special sauce. And then of course you have the balut or embryotic duck egg, close tuning into a real life duck. This embryotic duck egg is then boiled to perfection and is usually eaten with salt or vinegar. Egg curry. Of course, when we hear the word curry, it will definitely coming from India. So together with some spices, onions, tomatoes, which are sauteed together with the curry, you just drop down there your boiled eggs and voila, you have your egg curry. Boiled eggs have its different kinds, such as the soft-boiled, being boiled, or hot, simmering boiling water for 4 minutes. The medium ones are for 5 minutes, and the hard-boiled eggs actually last in this simmering or boiling liquid for 8 minutes. Now we are on the last two of these egg dishes. You have the KURO TAMAGO. The KURO TAMAGO actually coming from a hot spring. The sulfuric content of the hot spring makes it worth tasting. And there is a Japanese legend to this. Listen closely. They say that you consume KURO TAMAGO, you will be given an additional 7 years of life. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to Japan. And lastly, we have huevos rancheros. This dish comes from Latin America, which includes Mexico, Cuba, Chile, and others in that region. Huevos rancheros actually are just sunny-side up eggs placed above a tortilla or even a frijada, together with your common salsa items such as tomatoes, onions. You can even put there some avocados, cheese, and some ground meat in order to enhance the flavor of this dish. And that is all for today's lesson. I hope that you have learned something valuable that you can apply in your daily life. Eggs truly are wonderful, and I hope that you can cook your own egg dish in the future. If you have any questions regarding our topic or would like to learn more about this topic or any other related topics, please do comment it down below. And don't forget to share and like this video to your friends. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sir D. Thank you everyone and have a great day.